Hey guys, GamesCom 2022 is right around the corner, taking place in Germany August 24th through the 28th. This year it's a hybrid event and they're going to be showing off a lot of games, but the thing I really want to talk about in this video is they're actually going to be giving some hands-on gameplay of Sonic Frontiers. That's right, people are going to be able to go up to the booth and actually play Sonic Frontiers for the first time. So in this video, I'll talk about what we've kind of seen from Sonic Frontiers, what we're kind of expecting from Sonic Frontiers, and what we're hoping from Sonic Frontiers. Oh, that was a mouthful. But let's get into this video and talk all things Sonic Frontiers and kind of our expectations. I can't believe it's almost been a full year since we heard about Sonic Frontiers was even in development. The first Sonic open world game kind of mimicking Breath of the Wild. It was first debuted at the Game Awards last year, and we've gotten a bunch of content and information since then. Somehow IGN got exclusive rights to the reveals of this game, and they've showed off multiple trailers or gameplay of Sonic and the world and his movement and some of the battle systems, and I would say it left a lot of people questioning what this game was and why this game even exists. In the first few trailers, I mean, it looked pretty. It looked like a good open world. Sonic looked fun. Looked like there might be a cool story. But once we saw some gameplay, some of the rough edges definitely started to show. People were thinking that the open world, yes, is vast and huge, but empty. And all these things actually in the world look a little random, the grind rails all over the place. But I kind of think a little bit differently. I actually think this game looks pretty fun. You just have like a ton of options. You want to grind in the sky, you could do that. You want to grind and kind of keep your momentum going up from running down a hill, jumping on a grind rail, you can do that too. So I'm okay with this. Granted, I think the gameplay does look a little sloppy, but it could be super fun, like to get a perfect run going. It kind of reminded me of like a Tony Hawk game where you're like trying to keep your grind going. You're trying to go from one trick to the next without stopping, without hitting anything, and that can make for a lot of fun. The Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter handle did just release a brand new picture. Looks like a new area that we haven't seen before in Sonic Frontiers, and the caption reads, "The answers you're waiting for are right around the corner." So I think this is hinting at a brand new trailer that will be debuting at Gamescom this year, and the environment that's shown off in this picture definitely looks like an environment we haven't seen in any other trailers. So I'm super excited to see what they have in store for us. So far in any trailers or content or gameplay we've seen up until this point, it's really only been that like green area. I'm not going to call it the Green Hill Zone, but it is a green zone with hills, so I don't know what to say about that. But this one looks more of a wasteland, more of a desert area. I mean, my first thoughts are this kind of reminds me of that one level in Kirby and the Forgotten Land where it's kind of like a desert and it's like an abandoned city and it's kind of post-apocalyptic future. So I'm really hoping that in Sonic Frontiers there's multiple huge areas to explore, and it's not just that one level we've seen so far. Maybe that acts as sort of a hub level, and from there you go to other areas, but I am hoping that there's going to be more than one of those. And I think it was actually confirmed that there's going to be multiple zones, so I'm really hoping that they're all unique. Right now we've seen green, and from that image we saw from Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter, that looks like a desert. So let me guess, there's going to be an ice one, I'm assuming, probably a volcano one, maybe a forest one, maybe a inside some sort of factory, typical Sonic stages. But if they could be realized into 3D and really huge and open, I think that could make for some fun gameplay and change up the variety. We know that in Sonic Frontiers there's going to be those cyber spaces that are kind of like shrines in Breath of the Wild, where you jump into one of these cyber spaces and you get like a quick minute and a half stage that's totally different gameplay than the rest of the game. My real question is, how many of these cyberspaces are there gonna be? I know in Breath of the Wild there's like 120, is it 120, 140? I think it's 120 shrines. I doubt there's gonna be anywhere close to that amount in Sonic Frontiers, but if there's 60, I think 60 is a good number because apparently a lot of these cyberspaces you can just run through and beat them and get the reward, but there's also like time trials and other like kind of ways to beat it, different things you can do with inside these little cyberspaces. So I'm really curious to see how much like gameplay there actually is in each one of them. So if there's 60 of them, that's a good amount. We've also seen there's a lot of different types of puzzles. Some of them seem very simple, like just running through an area or running around an area and pressing a button or turning statues, or like even almost like Mario stages where you have to like jump on certain blocks without the other ones breaking. I'm just hoping there's some really creative puzzles that aren't just super easy. And Sonic's all about speed, so I'm hoping they get creative and create some fun puzzles that have to do with speed and momentum. I don't even know what those could possibly be like, but I'm excited to see what developers have cooked up for us. So one of the big challenges with any open world game is keeping the player engaged. Granted, you could have a lot of spots on the map or question marks on the map that you have to go do, or a lot of activities all over the place. A lot of times for me personally in an open world, there's so many things to do, I don't want to do any of them. But one thing that keeps me going is being able to, level up, get new abilities in open world games. And Sonic isn't really known for leveling up or getting new abilities. He usually gets like a special power that he's able to use for a little bit. When that goes away, it's done. Very similar to Mario, but open world games, you want to feel like you're getting stronger, like you're going through this journey with Sonic or the character, and as you go through it, you're able to accomplish things that you weren't able to accomplish earlier in the game. Very similar to Breath of the Wild, you get better weapons, you get more hearts, so enemies that were wiping your ass earlier in the game, you can go back to and beat them pretty easily. But Sonic doesn't usually get weapons, and it usually doesn't get stronger throughout a game. So I'm very curious how they are going to promote the excitement of you continuing and not just trying to go to different areas of the map and check something off on some checklists, but to really get bigger and get stronger. So I'm really curious how that goes. Another way to really keep people engaged in a game is a very compelling story. And Sonic games have some crazy stories back in the day. A lot of these games have wacky and kooky stories with equally wacky and kooky characters like Big the Cat, Shadow the Hedgehog, even Tails and Eggman. I'm really excited to see what kind of story they've cooked up for us this time. And a lot of times Sonic stories are like a bad acid trip, and I'm expecting nothing less from this new game. I'm just hoping that it's compelling and I actually, maybe care about the characters or care about finishing the story. Even if the gameplay gets a little stale, a lot of times I'll finish a game because I just want to know how it ends. And I know it's a Sonic game, so it's not going to be some like tearjerker or Last of Us Part 2 game, but give me a story that we could sink our teeth into and like really care about and actually want to see a conclusion for. Lastly at Gamescom, I think it's a big opportunity for Sega to give us a real trailer. Give us a story trailer with some exciting gameplay. Give us an idea of what the story is going to be. But more importantly, give us a release date. Let us know that this game is confirmed for 2022 holidays so we can start saving up for it, put it on our calendars, and really prepare. Right now, I think they've said holidays 2022, but we've seen over the last few months and years that games that get these release dates a lot of times get delayed over and over again. And I think it would be cool if this late in the year already, it's already August, if they give us a November release date, even a December release date, but a firm date on the calendar that we know this game is actually coming out this year, and we can start building up some excitement. A really great trailer with, showing off some areas we haven't seen before, showing off some abilities we haven't seen before, maybe a cool combat scene with a big boss battle could really get us salivating for this game. Sonic fans are going to be buying this game regardless, but there's a huge audience of people that are, on the fence. Like, do I really want this game? It kind of looks okay. People on YouTube and Twitter are saying it doesn't look that good, but I think a really strong trailer at Gamescom with a release date could really get people excited and get people to kind of commit to buying this game. Get them planning to actually step in and buy this new Sonic game. Guys, what do you think? Are you really hyped up for Sonic Frontiers? Do you think we're going to get a brand new trailer at Gamescom later next week? Let me know down in the comment section down below. I'll be sure to get back to you. I do a lot of video game reactions. I do trailer reactions for TV and movies. Talk about Zelda Breath of the Wild a lot. I can't wait for Breath of the Wild Part 2 and have a bunch of content getting ready to get into production. So if you're interested in any more of my content, definitely think about subscribing, hitting that like button. So next time I go live with content, you get it right away. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I am Turbo Jesse. I'll see you on the flip side.